What to do, gamer guys and gals? Mainly the gamer guys. You know what that smells like? That smells like someone who needs to create nutsack deodorant and also blown apex seals, baby. It's RX-7 time. Today, the racing game gods sent me down from racing game heaven to review 3 different tunes for this car and find out which one suits the RX-7 the best. And you know what I have to say to all these other engines? Fuck them. So today, sexy feminine in-game Richard is gonna hop into his RX-7 and we're gonna go to this drift event down here called Drift Duel. What another creative name, Ghost. Woo! Nice name creation for events. I mean, honestly, that name isn't as uninspiring as Gonzalez. Shouts out to all my Visco girls. And on this edition of Quick Notes with Mechanic Dick, I'm gonna guide you through my first setup, one of 3. I'll try to do it in a non-boring fashion. Engine, all Ultimate Plus. The turbo, twin teriyaki mode. Oh, you guys are smart little boys, aren't you? Keep in mind, the 6-speed transmission will be used in every single setup. On setup 1, speed cross suspension. Pro brakes, because we don't have a fucking handbrake strength slider anymore. Tires be like my nuts, dragging across the floor. And differential, speed cross. And also keep in mind, clutch will always be Elite Plus. And that's it for setup 1. Let's enter the first race. Wow, why don't you look at that? We're at the first fucking race. I'm a retard, holy shit. Alright, so here we go on setup 1. My fucking car is so disgustingly high off the ground, holy shit. And also keep in mind, I'm not gonna be milking the fuck out of every corner and going wide and shit. I'm just gonna take the track how the game portrays you to take the track, okay? But so far with the drag tires installed, this shit definitely handles like a fucking boat. And even though it does handle like utter fucking garbage, it still is probably better than 95% of the other cars in the game. 50% through the race, and I'm pretty much on par to 500k points. And with this drift setup specifically, the brake is very useful when transitioning from right to left and vice versa. It will instantly transition, so that kind of takes care of the boatiness feel of this car. But it still feels like you're gonna be drifting in one direction, like my favorite boy band. Oh, fuck. It still feels like you're stuck drifting in one position until you actually pull the brake, but there you go, ending the race with 507k with setup number 1. Oh, 508k, my bad. And like the RSR video, here's my leaderboard that I made in Photoshop again in 5 seconds. What the fuck is the point of do not disturb on fucking phones? And on another edition of Quick Notes, I'm gonna stop this. Alright, so setup number 2, I'm running Showcase literally fucking everything. Showcase suspension, drift tires, and Showcase, nope, that's not the diff, there it is, Showcase diff. And the brakes are still gonna stay the same, they're gonna stay on Pro. Like the type of gamer you and me are. Pro gamers. And Drift Duel was set up 2 out of 3. So hopefully this one feels a little less boaty, but it will probably actually feel a little more agile than it actually should. But we will soon find out. Oh my god, I'm getting an absurd amount of fucking angle with this. So the problem that I find with doing an all Showcase setup is you will get an absurd amount of angle, but you'll lose all of your fucking power. With this setup, throttle control is way more key than any other setup that you'll possibly use. You'll actually want to stay off the throttle more than you're gonna be on it, because you'll just completely just get way too much angle and lose all of your fucking speed. And yeah, like I said, with this setup, you're barely even gonna be on the throttle that much. You're probably gonna be on the throttle less than any other setup you're gonna use. But yeah, I think so far, this drift setup is the fucking worst. Like literally the fucking worst. Because I believe by now I probably had way more than 369,000. But if you are doing some close quarter drifting, this setup would probably be better for you. It honestly all depends on the event, but on this event specifically, don't use all Showcase and drift parts, because yeah, I got about 50,000 less than the previous setup. Oh, you see that smoke right there? That was that was the apex seals going. Anyway, do you want to tell the beautiful people at home what it's time for next?
It's time to show the last tune and also show that big fat ass.
Thank you, Nicolas Cage. That's exactly what it's time for. So with this setup, it's going to be pretty reminiscent of fine-tuning your car from Need for Speed 2015. This setup is kind of all over the place. So I have on-road suspension. I got super drift tires. I got a pro drift the differential. And I'm sure you guys remember, because you guys are smart people, okay? Pro brakes are still installed on all of the tunes. Oh wow, what is that falling from the sky? Oh wow, it's
Bruh.
drift event number 3. This is what happens when you have like 280 milligrams of caffeine in one day. Alright, well, at least the stance is fixed from my car from the speed crossed of suspension and all that bullshit, because that made my car look like utter fucking garbage. But here we go. This is actually way more controllable now. Holy shit. This is actually probably better than this is probably going to be the best drift setup. It's the most controllable, most definitely. And much like the first setup, it is very easy to transition sliding from left to right or vice versa by literally just tapping the brake, and you'll literally transition back the other way, like I just did right there. And 50% into the race, and it's pretty neck and neck with the drag setup, to be honest. It's crazy how this car has just come down to the tune and also, again, throttle control. But more so with the all showcase tune just because of how twitchy it is. But I don't fucking recommend that at all because it was fucking hot, steamy garbage. Holy shit, guys, I think I'm happy to announce that this drift setup is better than all the other ones I tested this video, ending the race off with 526,698. And as you can see on my beautiful leaderboard, yes, these are all of the results. Very neck and neck between the drag setup and then the, like, really in-depth fucking weird setup. That's what I'm gonna call this last setup. Just, setup weird. And before I kill off this video, like how I killed Nicolas Cage in the previous video, let's give one last, final send-off gamer drift for the boys. Oh yes, look at me. I am really gaming. That one is for the boys. Look at me. Yeah, first on the leaderboard, bitches. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next edition of Best Setup for Blank Car.